Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be talking about the recent Summer League game for the Phoenix Suns. This is the third game. I believe they have one game left against the Minnesota Timberwolves on Wednesday, but that being said, there's a lot of overreactions going on with the Suns, and a lot of people on my Twitter timeline that are complaining, which is, I guess, understandable if you don't really understand Summer League and how it works. But that being said, make sure to drop a like in this video, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts on the most recent Summer League game, and let's get into the video.
Suns worldwide.
First things first in this video, I'm not going to talk about the box score really. Ryan Dunn in 22 minutes did have 18 points and 6 rebounds though. I think he was 75% from the field. Outside of that, Rasheer Fleming, I guess, in 14 minutes had like 7 points, and I think was 3 or 6 from the field. So he showed some flashes, but outside of those two guys, there wasn't really a lot of positive things going for the Phoenix Suns. I think they had less turnovers than the Sacramento Kings in this game, but they just couldn't get shots to fall once again. And like I said, there's been a lot of overreactions around Kamon Maluach as well. The Suns don't have a true point guard to get him set up. You know, he just kind of looks lost out there in terms of like trying to find a spot on the court to where to like just kind of navigate until he's out there on the court with Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Colin Gillespie, and whoever else they decide to add at the guard position. I'm not even tripping. I'm not even gonna make a judgment on Kamon Maluach until like 20 games into the season, and neither should you guys as well. There's been a lot of players in Summer League that have had bad experiences and are some of the best players in the league. For one, Jalen Brunson, Trae Young, Evan Mobley. I believe there were some other guys as well. I think Ayo Dosunmu, just to name a few. So if you have a hint, look at Evan Mobley. He just won, I think, Defensive Player of the Year. That could be Kamon Maluach. So there's just been a lot of overreactions, and Kamon Maluach he's a very raw project player. He's very good in comparison for like Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid wasn't good at all in his first couple years in the league, to be honest. You would have never thought he was going to be the player he was today. Now there's a couple other players like Kamon Maluach, for example, that are going to kind of be following the same footsteps. I mean, he's 18 years old, guys. He's not even 19 yet. He's still very young. Like, how his career was at Duke with Cooper Flag and everything, it was very similar to how Joel Embiid's career at Kansas was in college. So there's a lot of similarities. I'm sure Kamon takes a lot from Joel's game, kind of how he approaches the game. But like I said, there's just been a lot of overreactions on the timeline surrounding players. Also didn't really have a good game. I mean, he didn't really just get, outside of like Ryan Dunn, nobody really could get shots to go down. Like I said, it's Summer League. I said this in the past 2 videos recapping the Suns Summer League games, that you can't really take too much from these games statistics wise. You just kind of have to watch how these players move and just kind of their intangibles. And a lot of these guys have showed great things. They just need the right players around them. And once they finally are playing with the real big dogs that are going to be in the NBA, this is going to make a big difference. And Ryan Dunn shouldn't even be playing in the Summer League anymore. He's showed that he's way better than all those dudes by a mile. I wouldn't mind also playing one more Summer League game, but I don't know if they will, considering I think there's just one game left, if I'm correct, against Minnesota. So yeah, there's just been a lot of overreactions, and it's kind of funny because it's the same people that said Summer League games don't matter that are being very critical on this past game the Suns just played in terms of performances, and oh, these guys are bust, and these guys suck. No, dude, these guys are hoopers, and I might be one of the few optimistic people, but I feel like it's just kind of common sense. I feel like there's nothing to really over-exaggerate. Once again, these guys have been pros. They've been in the NBA for what, maybe 2 weeks now at that. If we're going to judge their whole career based off 2 weeks of being in the NBA without fully being able to work with the main roster guys, I know Devin Booker has been working out with some of these dudes, but you know, he's at Drake's staying in London over there. So yeah, man, these guys are just trying to find their path. And like I said, they haven't even played a preseason game in the NBA. They haven't even been able to get like full scrimmages with this full roster. The roster isn't even complete yet, you know? Like, look at that from this perspective. You guys are going to judge this whole season of these rookies in this draft class without our roster being complete. Like, this roster right now is not gonna, this is mainly what it's going to look like, but there's going to be a few more changes yet until the tip-off in October. But like I said, I'm still very excited. I'm still very confident in these guys. Rasheer Fleming's a hooper. He showed some great flashes today. Kamal Malawak, I guess, you know, just kind of looks, he's only been playing basketball for 5 years. Isn't that kind of crazy? And he's a top 10 pick in this draft. You're telling me a guy like that isn't going to have upside? If he was a top 10 pick only playing 5 years of basketball, he started at the age of 13. He's 18 right now. You tell me he's not going to get better? Seriously? Look me in my eyes right now and tell me he's not going to get better. Yeah, I know it's kind of weird, but I'm being completely honest right now. I'm a very transparent. I feel like I'm a very transparent person when it comes to the Phoenix Suns. Even though I just realized today that I have more Phoenix Suns clothing than regular clothing, which might be an issue to some people, but hey, I'm loving it, and I guess my whole background is surrounded by Phoenix Suns stuff, so I might be a little bit biased, but I don't think optimism is bias. I think it's just looking at the situation, making the best of it, and you know, there's a little bit of common sense in that, I feel, as well. But I just feel like you can't really judge these dudes based off 3 summer league games, and these guys were balling in the first couple games. The only dude that I feel like you guys have really nitpicked is Kamal Malawak, and players like him don't really do good in the summer league. Like example, Evan Mobley, which I named, and Joel Embiid didn't have a good summer league run either. So it's just little things like that. Obviously, these guys are going to be able to get into practice with guys like Dylan Brooks, Devin Booker, and whoever else they decide to add if they go after Westbrook and some other vets. These guys are going to be really good by the time the season starts. And hopefully they'll finally be adapted with the Sun system and other things as well. So, you know, there's not a lot of chemistry there either. And I'm sure Kamal Malawak is still trying to find his way. And like these other guys as well, know, they're still trying to adjust to the NBA's pace and spacing and etc. So I'm just kind of sitting back and I'm watching. You know, I look at the box scores. I'm not really nitpicking though. I'm not going to nitpick these guys in their second week of being in the NBA, But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope I did bring some optimism to you guys. If you guys are worried or on the edge about, oh, did we just get a bunch of busts after a couple summer league games? But I have a feeling that there's just a slim amount of people like this. I'd say like maybe 10% of the fan base is in complete havoc over these summer league games right now. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Drop a like, comment down below your thoughts, and you know what? Drop some positive comments about the rookies so that the people that are watching this video feel, you know, just as good after watching this. So yeah, drop a like, subscribe if you're new here, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any cool videos. Yeah, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay easy. Peace.